Hey y'all, I'm Abby, More Than Just Skin, and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. I'm thrilled you took some time out of your day to spend a little bit of time here with me. Today's video is another face in review, or makeup in review, or face of the day, or makeup of the day, and this was not an original thought concept of video for me. I stole the idea from Drea CN. I have said that in almost all these videos, but I love watching Drea. If you do not watch her, you should check her out. But one of the reasons I like doing these videos is I like to put my makeup and my products to the test and see exactly how well they do perform. Because you put them on in the morning and yeah, they may all look pretty good then, but how do they look at the end of the day? Most days I apply it at 6 o'clock in the morning and I come on here and show you how it looks after 6 o'clock. Today is a little bit different because I actually did not go to work today. I had to go to the dentist in the middle of the day and it kind of messed up my working plan, so I did some work from home. I went to the dentist and now I'm back home and the time is 3 o'clock. I am actually going to go work out, so we're going to put this to the sweat test. I'm going to do a little cardio at the gym. Nothing too intense, maybe about 45 minutes to an hour at the gym, and we're going to see how this holds up. But first, before we do that, we're going to talk about the products, and I'm going to talk about how they have held up thus far. So if you're interested in this type of video, please hit that subscribe button, and here we go. So I like to start these and go in the order in which I applied them. I had a deluxe sample size of the Makeup Forever Step 1 Skin Equalizer Base Soothing Primer, and this is a primer that feels of silicone. You put it on your skin and it definitely has a silicone type feel. It is what we call a smoothing primer here in the beauty community. It smooths out any imperfections. I don't like reaching for these on the daily, but I do like having a small collection of them in these deluxe sample size so I can reach for them on occasion. So I did use that. We'll go through and kind of see how I think that it caused the foundation to last. The foundation that I am wearing is by Flower Beauty. It is the Light Illusion Luminous Makeup Nude Skin Feel All Day Wear Broad Spectrum SPF 18, and I have it in the shade Soft Sand M2. When I first applied this, it does definitely have a yellow tone, so this is not good for you, this shade, if you have a yellow, if you are not prone to needing a golden undertone, I should say. I like to wear a golden undertone because I feel like it cancels out my redness. So this does work for me. I think the shade, once I buff it into my skin, the shade does do well. Now, when I first put it on, I think it looks absolutely positively beautiful. How does it wear? Okay, so I am not sure when this is going to be going up, but I am going to tell you in this video that I am filming this on what I am considering the hottest day we have had in September. While I am trying to get into the fall feel and wearing more fall type looks, y'all, it is hot outside. I think when I got in my car, it said 98 degrees. So there was some sweating going on. Like I said, I was in and out today. I had to go to the dentist. I had my sunglasses on. When I came out of the dentist, put the sunglasses on, got in my hot car, went to meet my parents for lunch, took my sunglasses off, put them on the top of my head, and looked in the mirror. I had marks right here where my makeup had worn. It looked so bad that I was like, I can't go in looking like this, so I did take my finger and kind of buff it out. Now, am I knocking this foundation for that? Not necessarily. I'm not sure there is a foundation on the market that will hold up to this kind of heat that I'm talking about. So, you know, I'm not saying that this is not a good foundation because of that. Also, per the usual, my eyes tend to water, and I felt like today they were more irritated than usual when I woke up. So I'm dealing with that. I'm sure it's because we're maybe getting into the fall, although it doesn't really feel like it, but I don't know if my allergies are a little bit more out of control. And then also right here, I definitely have some wear right here from where I sweat. And then right here, I will say too, it looked really bad. Plus I was at the dentist. And I hate the dentist, y'all. I do. I hate laying there with my mouth open for that amount of time. I just feel like it is incredibly uncomfortable. So I know my eyes were watering while I was at the dentist. So I do have a lot more. I did try to buff some of this out strictly because I was going to meet my parents and I just didn't want to look like a hot mess. So I'm going to keep using this foundation. I have worn it in the past. I like the way it wears. I like the finish it gives, but I will say that I think I probably am going to like this foundation a little more when it's not so hot out. But again, like I said, if you've been following me on these videos, I've yet to find a foundation that really holds up to the sweat test and really doesn't show wear here and here. So I'm still on the quest for that, but I have not found it thus far. For concealer today, I used the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define. I like this concealer a lot. A lot of people compare it to the Tarte Shape Tape. I do not at all. I think it covers nice, but it is not near as thick as the Tarte Shape Tape. So if you're looking for a thick consistency concealer, this is not it. Now, it does provide good coverage, and I do like it. Do I like it better than the Tarte Shape Tape? In the past, I've said yes. Now, after using the Tarte Shape Tape for the past couple of weeks, I'm not sure I do. But it may be because I feel like this shade that I have, and I have the shade C4. I don't know what the name of that is other than C4. I feel like this is a cooler tone, and my Tarte Shape Tape is a warmer tone, and I just actually like the warmer tone better. So I'm wondering if that's the reason I'm kind of leaning more towards the Tarte one for right now. But I do like this, and y'all, I'm going to use it up. I'm going to keep using it. I set my entire face and even went back in and set my under eye and carved out some contour with the Rimmel Stay Matte powder. So I think we can all attest that this does not make you stay matte. Now, I don't go in with a heavy hand. I use a buffing brush, and I basically just put it on my face enough to get rid of that tacky feel so I can go in with bronzer and it doesn't move my foundation around. But I still think you can see some luminosity right around, especially in this area. So I would not say that this is don't be afraid of this powder if you are afraid of the word stay matte. I'm not a big fan of matte, and I use this powder. This is like my third or fourth one to go through, and you can see I've hit pan on it. For bronzer, I went back here lately this week. I have been reaching for an oldie but a goodie, the NARS Laguna. As you can see, I have hit major pan on this, and it is really about gone. One thing I love about this though is that it's cooler tone, which means I can go in with a smaller brush, a precise brush, and do a little contouring. And that's what I did today. I also like the fact that it's not completely matte, but it doesn't really have a real noticeable, detectable shimmer to it. It's more of like a sheen. And I think that is the way bronzer looks the best. I think that this is a beautiful formula. I love it. And when I finish it, I most likely will go out and repurchase another one because I love it that much. It also looks great if you want to put it in the crease of your eyelid. The next one was a blush, and I think you can still see the blush. I think it's good, and for drugstore and for the price, I'm pretty impressed. But it is the Milani 01 Romantic Rose Powder Blush, and it looks like this. It is just kind of like that perfect neutral blush shade. It pulls a little bit cooler, a little bit pinkier, but it is just gorgeous. I think it would look great on most all skin tones. Of course, not real deep skin tones, but light and medium alike, it will look good on. It's so incredibly creamy to the touch, and really, if you were blindfolded, I would think you would probably think that this blush is a lot more expensive than it is. It's just a great product. For highlighter, I went in, of course, I was going to the dentist today. Didn't want to really look too like beaming to the heavens, but I always wear highlight. Y'all know me. I am a full face glam girl. I'm gonna wear my highlight. Today I reached for the Anastasia Beverly Hills Resi. I think you can still get this. Maybe you can't. I don't know. It looks at first, when I first got it, I thought it was going to be a very, very intense highlight, but I have found that this highlight can be subtle. You can build it up. It is really beautiful, and it looks great on the cheeks. It's not too overpowering gold. It really is beautiful. So this is a winner. Do love, love, love that. For my eyebrows today, I was very excited to dip back into my Precisely My Brow Pencil by Benefit. And it reminded me why I love this pencil. It just really makes your brows look good. Like, I'm looking at them right now, and I don't know, maybe I took a little extra time because I wasn't like in a rush to get ready for work. Maybe I took a little extra time with my brows, But as I was using this pencil, I was like, dang, my brows are doing good today. So I love this. You know, I do love my drugstore brow products, but every now and then I like a good high-end one as well. Moving on to eyes. I used for a primer a MAC paint pot in the shade Bare Study. This is like a beige with just a hint of shimmer, which I wanted to do some shimmer on my eyelid, which I'm not sure you can still tell it's shimmer on my eyelid, but it seems like it's maybe a little faint now, but I started with this, which is always a great base to start with. The palette that I used is one that I have actually been loving now that I've been kind of wanting some fall looks. And I did a different look today, the look I'm wearing now, more of a neutral look. And this is with the Bad Habit Retro Love palette. Now this is supposed to be a dupe for the Anastasia Beverly Hills Self Culture palette. I do not have the Self Culture palette. It's like the only Anastasia Beverly Hills palette that I don't have. And the reason I didn't get it is because I heard such bad things about it. But then I heard people say this one is a great dupe and it's actually much better. So I decided to pick it up because I have just really been gravitating to these greens lately. These greens and these mustard colors are just kind of calling my name for fall. And a couple of days ago, I did a gorgeous look with using this palette and then also the new... Did I use both of them? I may have done a look just with this palette, but then I also one day did a look with this palette and the new Emily Wants palette from Makeup Revolution. And both looks were green looks and I loved them both so much I just felt like they screamed fall. But for the dentist today, I decided to go with more of a natural look, and I really wanted to see if I could achieve a good natural look just using this palette, and I did. So what I did is I went in with that Bare Study and then I set my eye with just a regular beige eyeshadow from Sephora. And then I went in with the shade right here, Peace. And this is kind of what I would consider like a apricot type shade. And then I went in with the color next to it called Flower Power. And I just used a very light hand with both of these. And then I went in with the shade next to it, Youth. And that one I deepened up my crease and also placed that on my outer V. Then I took my finger and went in with the shimmer shade Revolution and really packed it on my lid to try to give me some shimmer. Now I'm looking in my mirror right now and yeah, the shimmer's pretty much gone. Like I can't even really see. I mean, it's a slight shimmer there, but yeah, most all trace of that shimmer is gone. So I also decided that I wanted to deepen up my outer V, deepen up the corner, and take it down on the lower lash line. So what I did was I mixed these two shades here. This what I consider to be an olive green in the shade Hippie, and this kind of cooler tone brown in Pop. I took it on a eyeliner brush, placed it on a little bit thicker across the top and down on the bottom, and I did that on both eyes. I can't see that at all anymore. That is completely gone, like completely gone. So I'm not sure that this wears. Now when I wore the green shades this weekend, I felt like they held up much better. And so I don't know about this. I'm gonna play with it some more, but for today's lasting power, I mean, it doesn't look bad. It looks very good, but it definitely has worn off through what it looked like when I started. So, and I'm gonna zoom in here in a minute so that you can see this all up close, but yeah, not real impressed with this palette for today's look. Very impressed with today's eyeliner though, that I put on the bottom and the top water lines and then very close to both lash lines. Now I'm looking at it in the water lines, and yeah, it's pretty much gone in the water lines, but to be honest, I'm not sure I have an eyeliner that will last all day long in my water line. I just really don't think I have one. But this one's from the drugstore, and this is the CoverGirl Queen Vivid Impact in the shade Truffle. It is such a creamy eyeliner, and for the drugstore, I really think it's great quality for the drugstore. I set all of this with my Marc Jacobs, what is this? The Perfecting Coconut Setting Mist. This is just, I don't think it makes your makeup last any longer, but it's great to kind of cut through some of the powders. And then for my lips, what I'm wearing right now, and I have reapplied it, although I will say when I went to the dentist, so I put this makeup on, I did a couple of conference calls, ate my breakfast, drank some drink, went to the dentist. And before I started, she was like, oh, let me let you take that lipstick off because it's going to be all over your face. And I was like, I still have lipstick on? I mean, I put this on so long ago and I never touched it up. She was like, yeah, you got tons of lipstick on. And when I went to wipe it off, not much really came off. I mean, it wasn't like a liquid lipstick where nothing came off, but very little came off. And what I'm wearing today is by Hourglass, and this is the shade You Are My, and it looks like this. And it swatches like that, and that's what I have on my lip. And I think it's really, really pretty. I did not include it in my fall lipsticks. I should have, because it's really, really pretty for fall. So that is what I'm wearing on my lips. Now, one item before I zoom in and let you look at all this that I am wearing that is not on my face, it's on my nails. This is, if you follow me on Instagram, you will know I am totally obsessed with KL polish. It's Kathleen Light's polish. Love, love, love it. And the color I'm wearing today is Carmelo. It's one of her best sellers, and I think it screams fall. I just love it. I have yet to find one of hers that I don't love. I think I'm close to ascertaining the entire collection. Not too good, but I really could probably get rid of all my other nail polish and be fine with just using this. It goes on so smooth. It's the smoothest nail polish I've ever applied. And it lasts so long. I really, really love it. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna zoom in, I'm gonna show you this up close, and then I'm gonna come back after I work out and show you how this held up to working out. So I will see y'all in just a little bit. Okay, so you can see here. You can definitely see here. See here. And then looking at my eyelids, I'm kind of like, where's the shimmer? Where did the shimmer go? So I'll be back after my workout. Okay, y'all, I'm back after being at the gym, working out, doing the check-in after the sweat test. So I'm looking in my mirror. Forehead looks pretty good. Not too patchy from sweating. A little bit right there, but not terrible. Not terrible over there. And I was at the gym for a good hour. I did some weights, I did some treadmill, I did some sweating. Let's talk about the lipstick. This lipstick survived that, and it survived my Yeti cup during my workout. So the lipstick, this stuff is good. And in case you don't remember, it is the Hourglass. So while it is expensive, looks pretty good. One thing I did notice while I was on the treadmill is that my eyes are still watering. Normally they quit watering after about like 10 o'clock in the morning, but today they have just kind of continuously watered. So I'm dealing with that. I slapped my sunglasses on when I came out of the gym, and I am dealing with a few little bit of marks there, but nothing too extreme. So I'm pretty impressed with how it held up at the gym. I mean, like, really impressed. I wanted to go back to this palette for just a second. I can't speak to how these shadows do in the Anastasia palette. I know there were a lot of controversy. Some people loved it. Some people thought that they kind of blended away. Some people thought that they were just basically too soft and too pigmented. Like you can see on my eye, the matte shades did great. Maybe to get a shimmer that's gonna last, I need to dampen it. I don't know, but I'm not giving up on this palette because it does have some colors in it that I really do like for this time of year, so I am gonna keep using it. But yeah, I just think that you can still see some shimmer right here, but over here I just feel like all the shimmer is pretty much gone. And so I don't know, maybe it was a problem with my application. But anyway, that is going to conclude this video. If you enjoyed it, please consider giving me a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing. I would love to see you back here on a regular basis. And as always, I hope this video finds you having a fantastic day and a great week, and I will see you all soon. Bye, y'all.